Morning, everybody. Morning. Gonna hop on and do some quick follow-ups this morning. Quick as in I'm gonna try my best to not waste any time in between calls, but obviously if I get somebody on the phone, I'm gonna slow it down, let the conversation unfold, but not gonna be on here very long, maybe like an hour tops. But hope everybody's having a good morning. Getting back into the swing of things since the Thanksgiving weekend. Trying to close out some of these mamma jammas. I'm going to start off by looking. I had gotten a phone call when I was in the shower just a minute ago from somebody who it looked like I had tried them yesterday with no success. So I'm trying to find them in the pipeline here. Okay, so it looks like, okay, yeah, Jared had connected with her yesterday afternoon after I tried, so she was just calling me back. No need to call her back. She appreciates me checking in. Isn't ready yet. Told me to call back around February. Cool. So that one's all good. All right. I'm gonna start off with oh, there we go. I don't know if it's best to um I don't know if it's best to call on my Wi-Fi or not off of these apps.
Your call has been forwarded.
I feel like she blocked my number. All right, Mr. Lee. Gonna close this mamma jamma. I don't know why mamma jamma's on my mind. He said that original price he told me was based off of land from the 1970s or something like that. He said he's going to gather some more information this upcoming week, see what properties are going for, and then he'll be have his new asking price. Said the average lots around the Heights going for 250 to 300, so he wants something in that range. Still not ready to fully make a decision yet, so he won't rush into something that he'll regret. Told him I'll keep checking in until he's actually ready. Let him know what our best offer would be. He has some land in Navasota as well that he might be willing to sell. Okay, what did we say? Okay, yeah, damn. This is one that I think I was like comping on my phone and didn't put the notes in here. Two structures on the triple lot, one single family and one workshop where he conducts his business. I think both need to be torn down and go for lot value. Seller plans on moving either Navasota, Centerville, where he has other property. Seller is asking something really cheap. Um, mm, mm, mm. I said I'll comp it again, but vaguely remember that anything under 100 on this is a deal. Yeah. Um, yes, I recall this. East 36th. very close to the other one that got brought up yesterday. Let's see the lot size on this. Yeah, 9,000 square feet. It's nothing crazy. It's probably you could probably fit two single families on this. Here I am comping the property after I just said I'm going to go through these quickly. This one, I'm not going to really comp. I just want to see, generally speaking, what, well, I guess I am going to comp it. Generally speaking, what new construction is selling for in the area. Sold within the last 6 months. Year built 2021 or newer. See what comes up. Heck of stuff. All right. $200 block of East 36th. East 36th. All right. Yeah. Yeah, things going for probably around 450 to 500 ish. All of these I think sit well within that flood zone as well, excuse me. Let me pull this one up. See the lot dimensions real quick. Built 2022, lot size 3,000. Okay, if the dimensions are right, we may be able to put 3 of these mammoths on the lot. Let me pull up HAR, see the actual dimensions. And I won't make the mistake of not putting these in the notes this time around. So this one, let me log in. All right, this one sold for 475. 3,000 square foot lot. This one sat for 6 months. Went pending after 0 days though. Took them 6 months to close. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the lot dimensions. On a 3,000 square foot lot, this one is just about 50-foot frontage and it's about 121 feet deep. Now let me pull our subject property. See the dimensions on this because it could be 3 times the size, but if the lot is like funky, doesn't really mean much. So as long as this is just as deep, but with like significantly more frontage, that'd be ideal. So on 9,000 square feet, yeah. So it's not really. How is this one? Oh, okay, okay. So this will happen sometimes. 50 by 121 is really 6,000. And what I wish you guys could see my screen. On the comp, there's 2 townhomes side by side. So they built 2 on 50 feet of frontage and 121 feet of depth. So yeah, on this one, he has 78 feet of frontage and about 120 feet of depth. So I think you could probably fit like 3 of these new construction homes here is what I'm thinking. Let me grab this. Well, let me record this comp. Say comps this 2 birdhouses on 50 feet frontage and 121 feet depth. say, oops, subject, properties, lot dimensions are, what did I say, 78-foot frontage by 120 feet depth. And then there was a couple more townhomes in the area. There's not, these aren't even really townhomes. I'm gonna grab this one on East 32nd. Let's see what this one's looking like. Sold for 440. Oh, that's what I wanted to put down, 475. That one sold for. This one sold for 440. Built in 2022. Sold for 440. Built 2022. Lot dimensions on this. It's probably something similar again, because this one says 3,000. Yeah, so it's the same exact thing. 3,000 square feet, and it shows 6,000 square feet of lot essentially. So, and you can see, again, I wish you guys could see this. I'm gonna take a picture and show you on my screen actually. So right here, you can see that, oh Jesus Christ. Maybe you can't see. Could I get any brighter on my screen? Okay, you can see that this lot right here is twice as big as the surrounding lots. So in essence, you can just visually see that you can probably fit 2 homes there compared to all the other lots that have single families around it. Now, the dimensions that it shows calculates to 6,000 square feet, but it's actually saying that it's 3,000 square feet. And again, it's because and I'll take a picture of this to show you. 2 of these little birdhouses are built. Why is this not doing it? 2 of these birdhouses are being built side by side. But only one of them is being advertised, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, it makes sense to me, so that's all that matters, I guess. So essentially, yeah, 3. So I just wanted to. One of them was sold for 475. One of them sold for 440. The other ones were like listed at 465. Just conservatively speaking, I'm going to go ahead and say that you can build 3 of these homes and sell each for 450. Conservatively speaking, looking at 1.35 million total ARV. Oops. And then if you wanted to take like 20% of that to get lot value, you're looking at like 270. Ooh, it's pretty close to what he's asking. But then you got to factor in cost of demolition of the existing structure, which is both his workshop and his single family, I would say, I mean, I really don't know the cost of demo. I know it's not as expensive as you would think. Maybe 30 grand to tear everything down. And it's at like 240. I think we would want to be just like around 200 on this. Maybe if we got it like 180 to 200, exactly. I think anything under 200 is solid. Um, New construction ARV, what I say 1.35 million, assuming 3 birdhouses can't be built. If I remember correctly too, the where not too far from him actually. Yeah, it's not, especially when he was asking like 30 grand to start. Um, what was I just gonna say? Oh, where his property is located too. If I remember correctly, it sides some commercial, which does affect the value, not too significant. Yeah, yeah, okay. It actually would. It's like in this little pocket where like some huge commercial building is right next to it. So off 135, I may just call that 1-2 to be really conservative. You know what I mean? Because of the commercial siding, getting like 10% off. I already kind of took it at a discount. I'll say like 125. Yeah, it's same thing. I would just say honestly, MA was like 200. I don't remember making an offer. I just told him we wouldn't be around the 200 to 250. Yeah, I think he just went to agree to like I think he was asking like 30,000 or some shit the first phone call. Yeah, 32 to 33,000. Anyways, let me give him a call after I finish his note. 1.25, assuming 3 birdhouses can be built. MAO, I'll say 200K. Say factoring in commercial siding and cost of demo for both single family residents and blanking workshop. Mr. Lee. See what this mamma jam is up to.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Lee, how's it going? This is Derek.
Oh, I'm good. How about you, man?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. I was giving you a quick call. It looks like you've been speaking with my partner about your property over on East 36th Street. Just wanted to connect and see if
Okay.
you were still interested in selling that place there.
I am, but I don't know how soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I am, but I don't know how soon.
Okay. Let me ask, what's going on your end that is kind of holding you back?
Well, that could be a number of things. You know, when you're just not ready, you're not ready. You got
Yeah.
other things on your mind that you might want to do or might not want to do.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
And you're currently living in that property?
Say that again.
Just looking to confirm that you're currently living in that property there?
Also, I work here. Sometime I live there. Sometime.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I work here.
Gotcha.
Shop here.
I see. Okay. Well, just so that I know, when you are ready to sell that place, did you have another place that you'd be looking to move to?
Well, I has property other places.
Okay. 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 Well, I just want to, be sure that I'm here at the right time when you are prepared to part ways with this one on East 36th. When would you think is a more appropriate time for me to round back with you?
Really can't set no time, but it's within, a month, you can call back. We'd be more than happy to talk with you.
Sure, sure. Okay, yeah, I can definitely do that. And again, just to be sure on my end, I want to make sure that I'm not being overly pushy or anything like that. Is there something specific that's needing to happen, or are you kind of just feeling it out and
No, I'm just taking life as I see it, and I've been doing it, and you know, I don't want to make any mistake. Well, we all do at certain
yeah,
point of time.
yeah,
So that's just the way I'm, you know, feel.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, I like your mentality. I'll be sure to kind of take note of this. I will be sure to round back in a month or two, seeing where you're at with things, and hopefully we can reconnect and we can help you out with this one.
Okay, nice here for you, man. How are you? The holiday, not Christmas, Thanksgiving. Christmas is coming up.
Yeah, yeah. My Thanksgiving was great. How about yours?
It was great.
Good, good. Yeah, I've been telling people when they ask, it was a little slower than recent years, but I think I like that compared, to the hecticness of what it used to be.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, nice hearing from you, man. And I don't call you, you call me.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, you lock my number in here if you do come to the conclusion that it's the right time and you're comfortable having that conversation. Please feel free to reach out.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye now. Definitely one we got to stay on top of for sure. Yeah, he's not like motivated, but he will sell. I like asked 5 different ways like why he hasn't yet. Um, he doesn't really have an answer because again, he's not motivated. There's nothing that like you might remember me and think that you're me since our names. Yeah, I know. He was talking to me like we had talked a bunch of times before. This is the first time I talked with him. Connected with seller, just not ready yet. Doesn't want to make a rash decision. Just like he told you the last time. Um, he lives slash works there sometimes and has other property. Um, yeah, I mean that's the extent of it. Um, ask for a call back in 1 to 2 months. Follow up for like 3 weeks. The end of, or not the end of, middle of December. Like 2.5 weeks. Yeah, I mean like I mean you heard the conversation. He wants to sell, just doesn't really have any good reason to. Hmm.
Thank you for calling.
Mom's property, he said she'll be looking to sell within the next month or two. That was about 2 months ago. They plan on moving her mom into an apartment, so I mentioned the whole back to her. I asked, did they have a ballpark price? She said no. Beginning stages leads me to believe they start considering selling. That's why she said next 1 to 2. Other than that, I'm going to stay on top of her. Mom is over there with her in San Antonio. That's why they haven't decided anything yet. Let her know either 5 minutes away. Let me know if they need any help or anything. If there's any way I can add value. Said I'd follow up in a few months.
Your call has been forwarded.
For sure. That was banned sign one. Seems like going as well. Yeah, I see that. My number may be spam, or she may just be like at work and wanted to end it on my ass. Be right back. I don't know if you can hear homie in the bathroom. I had to double tap her. She was at work when I got a hold of her before. It seems like she's off in the evening. Yeah, that's what I figured. I probably just best to call her in the evening if she is at work, and that's why she hung up on me. I don't want to bother her. Yeah, homie's in the bathroom right now. It sound like he's throwing up. There's a couple grounds people here in the apartment complex, and they'll just show up. Like I'll be in here like 7, 8 a.m. getting to work, and they'll come in like stumble into the bathroom, throw up, and then get back to work. Oh, good old Robert Randall here.
Please leave your.
That's what I'm saying. You'll probably see him come to the door in a second. Sounds like he's finishing up.
leave your message. Your call has been forwarded. Please leave your message.
What's up with that hot girl shit? All right, William here. Talked with him in June last year. Oh no, I'm sorry. December of last year, June of this year. Spoke with him in June, and he said that the tenants have another year on the lease, and that he would look to sell it after that. So I'm kind of just revisiting the conversation now to see if that's still the case. And I mean, he said a year on the lease. He said a year left on the lease back in June. For all I know, he meant 9 months, 10 months. You know what I mean? And where the lease is going to be up in March or something, where he may actually start entertaining the conversation to sell right now. That's my hopes. Bomberger William.
Hello.
Hey, William.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. I don't know if you recall, we had spoke a while back about your place over on Scottsdale Drive. Just wanted to see if you still had any interest in selling that place there.
Nope. I have a lease on it for another year or two.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm looking at here in the notes. You had mentioned that last time we spoke. You said another
They
year.
renewed their lease.
One more time?
They renewed the lease.
Oh, okay, very good. Okay. Well, while I have it, would you happen to have any others that you might consider selling at the moment?
No, both of them just got renewed on their leases.
Okay, very good. And also, just so I know, will you be interested in selling once those leases are up, or kind of taking it in stride?
Probably in about 2 years.
2 years. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call.
Some income to come down.
Sure.
I should have sold it 6 months ago.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I wish you the best of luck.
At least in the price range.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. I was saying, I wish you the best of luck. I'll be sure to round back with you maybe in a couple years here, see if we can make something work.
Make it a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a ring in a year.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Sounds good.
All right, talk soon.
Okay, thanks.
Bye. 2 properties. I was trying to shoot him off the phone, talking about a couple years. Uh, 2 properties, tenants renewed in both. Derek proposed calling in 2 years, and he said, make it a year. I want to make a note of that just so that the next time I pull this up, it's a little bit sign of motivation there, right? Kind of like the Todd Toback, like, what does he call it? Like the something mismatch, essentially saying like, oh, okay, so you'd be willing to hold on to this for another 10 years. And they're like, no, give me a call in a year. You know what I mean? I didn't intentionally do that right there, but I feel like that's kind of what happened. Give you a call in 6 months, my guy. 2 properties, tenants renewed in both. Derek proposed calling in 2 years, and he said make it a year. I'll give him a call in like 9 months. He's really not motivated, but I'm not gonna wait the whole year. I'm gonna call like August of next year. I'll make it July. I'm gonna make it June. You know why I'm gonna make it June? I'm gonna make it May. I'll make it late May. Um, One, because that is 6 months technically, cutting his requested callback time in half, which is what I want to do anyways. But I'm going to operate under the assumption that, again, when he says that the tenants just renewed their lease, so it'll be another couple of years, it's like, well, did they sign a 2-year lease? Like, I was almost wanting to ask him that, but I doubt it. And if he's referring to when they renewed back 4 months ago, 5 months ago, that's what he could be referring to. He could be referring to 5 months ago when they just renewed their lease for a year, for all I know, which is kind of just making this timeline of what he initially said. It confirms that timeline. So if that's the case, then their lease would be up around June of next year. So I'll give him a call like mid-May, which is about 6 months from now. Again, cutting that time in half of when he asks for the callback in a year. All right, this guy. All right. Working on getting the roof replaced. He's trying to gather bids in hopes of getting it done within the next 3 weeks, and the garage doors as well. Okay, yeah, this guy, since they're not good, it seems like he may want to remove the carpet. I reminded him we could buy it as is, and he doesn't have to put anything into it, but he's still wanting to do it because the house has been sitting there. He didn't realize how bad the roof has gotten. Honestly, that works out in our favor. Yada. All right. Looks like I already comped this one too.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Walraven.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. I was giving you a call. It looks like you've been speaking with my partner about your property over on Southbrook Circle. Just wanted to connect to see if you were still interested in selling that place there.
Probably, but realistically, it would be maybe in January. I've completely replaced the roof, and we're in the process of fixing the roof extension over the patio, which was
at least partially damaged when they replaced the full roof over the home. The patio is enclosed in its own space, but I've got to get that done here within probably the next 2 weeks or so.
Okay. Let me ask, what is your intention after you finish the renovations there? Do you plan on listing it on market?
No, it would probably be a negotiated sale.
Okay, so you're just looking for cash offers then.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. All right. And the reason I ask is, typically when we do look to make cash offers, we are looking to make them, as is, to the point where you wouldn't need to do any renovations to the property. In fact, we're kind of looking for places that need a little bit of work done so that we can get in there and add the value ourselves. Is selling it kind of in its as is condition something that you would consider?
Well, up to a point, there's still some things like the patio in replacing the entire roof, and all the patients of it were also replaced with new materials. So I want to get that done here. That's kind of important.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then in terms of the interiors, has renovations been done there as well?
No, it is not.
Okay. So just so that I understand correctly, so you're looking to finish up the roof over the patio. Sounds like the roof over the main house has been completed, and once that's done, you'll start to explore your options in terms of a cash offer and selling it as is at that point.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. And you said that the roof over the patio should be done within kind of the next 2 or 3 weeks here?
So that's my plan, yes.
Got it. Okay. All right. And just so that I know, did you have a number in mind that you'd be hoping to get once the roof is done there?
Well, obviously that's going to depend upon the assessment of the interior condition. There is some work that needs to be done there. I would like to get a number approaching 100,000.
Okay. All right. I'll take note of that, and I'll kind of pass this along to my underwriters here, see if we may be in that ballpark. And if it's all right with you, I'd love to round back with you, say in 2-3 weeks, see how the progress is going on the roof, and if it's kind of approaching that time where you're ready to start talking shop, I'd love to be the one that we have that conversation with.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, I'll talk to you then.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye now. A little bit of an oddball. Mention my name, he'll remember. Since he's putting a new roof, that'll make it a little better for us since the property is pretty bad. How much did he say he wanted? Because he told me 100K. He said 100. He said approaching 100. So it sounded like he'll take less than that. My MAO is, or was rather, 90,000 for full rehab back in September. So definitely in the same ballpark for sure. Likely seller wants to finish the roof, as he and many other people call it. Wants to finish the roof, as I call it, over the patio. Roof over main house is completed. There's that guy. I don't know why that bothers me so much. It's just like, a little respect, to be honest. He'll like come through. I'm clearly in here like isolated, all the doors closed, and he'll come through, like open the door, leave it open, open this one, leave it open. It's like, bro, come on. I get that it's like the community space, but it's right around what we need. Been following up with him for a year or more. That one will definitely be one of the first deals for 2023. Always felt good about it. Yeah, that one sounds good. Seller wants to finish roof over the patio. Roof over main house is completed. Goal is to have this section of the roof done in next 2 to 3 weeks. Said he would like something quote approaching 100K. So he hasn't wavered in his asking price either. Which is nice. How big is this place? Yeah, 1,500 square feet. Yeah, it's golden. 1,538. Let's say you can get it done for 40 a square foot, 61,000. Even if you wanted to go on the high end, which I don't think you would need to, based on how he's talking about getting it nice and ready to sell. Maybe 75 on the high end. ARVs around 250, like I calculated. Yeah, it's about 90,000. Told me before he wanted to put a new garage door too. Yeah, okay, I remember that. I think I actually just read that. Put this one out 2 weeks. Monday of not next week, but the one after that. Very no nonsense guy. I'll tell you that much. That's something that I've wanted to work on actually. No need to be as cheery as I am when I'm on the phone with people like that. It's good to be obviously in good spirits, but he's just like, yep. 2 to 3 weeks. Sounds good. Yep. 100,000. The fascia, the roof. I just would have thought he would have been unrealistic on price since he's an analytical type, right? But he knows the inside needs to be fully updated. Exactly. That's why I made a point to ask, like, about the interior. What's been done in there? Not shit.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice message.
Said he may be interested before the year ends. Gave me permission to follow up in a few months. Connected with the seller. Mentioned that he probably wouldn't be interested for another year. I wonder why I called him so quickly. Oh, no. Okay. Connected with him in June. He said before the year ends. Called him mid-August. He said probably not another year. And then my plan is to just follow up once more before the year ends, which is right now. And then if nothing changes, follow up like every 2 to 3 months after that. Damn, I try to put on this. I can literally hear the air coming through the vents. And I tried to grab my biggest hoodie and throw it on this morning to try to Offset the. Let me try that one more time.
Your call has been
Okay. Some of these I'm leaving for you, Jared. I'm leaving Loretta and the one with no address for Delvin. Delvin said, yes, I talked to Delvin yesterday. That's the guy who was like, oh, I haven't been down to see my grandfather yet because the weather was so bad. He said he doesn't call back by noon today, so if he doesn't call back within the next hour, that we could call him. So I'm just leaving that one for you to follow up in the afternoon, assuming that he's not going to call me within the next hour. He said I'll be interested later. He has a month-to-month lease in place at the moment. I asked when I should reach back out. He said in about a month. Also has another property on the same street. I think it might be right next to this property. The one is leased as well. Ends in about 4 to 6 months. Seems like he's open to possibly selling both. Okay.
Hello?
Hey, Waylon, how's it going? This is Derek.
Pretty good, and you?
I'm doing all right. I was giving you a call. It looks like you had spoken with my partner about a month ago about your place over on Nisa Street. Just wanted to see if you were still interested in selling that property there.
Not right at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, looking at the notes, it
Not right now.
seems like you may have some tenants in place.
Yeah, I got tenants too.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you can definitely take back the mail.
Okay. Yeah, just so that I know, it looks like in the notes you're on a month to month with the tenants. When would you think is a more appropriate time for me to follow up?
After the first.
After the first?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Give you a call about next week then.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you then.
All right.
Always makes me laugh when people are like, no, I'm not ready right now. Not right now. Yeah, you check back with me though. Okay, when? 2 days. Okay. I'll call you in 2 days. Said not right now. Tenants in place. Gave Derek permission to follow up after the first. I'm assuming he meant of the month. Like guess I'll call him on Monday, the 5th. No, because I mean, in 3 days. I'm gonna give him a call in 3 days on the 2nd. I'm gonna allow him to correct me if he meant first of the year. Interested in 6 months. That was 2 months ago. Received permission to follow up in around 4-ish months. That's why I'm calling him 2. 100% disabled veteran. 3 pieces of property all right next to each other. He lives in one, his daughter lives in one, and the third is a vacant lot. He wants to sell all 3 together. Daughter is a decision maker and going to decide where they move to next. Sounds like he's kept up with maintaining the property, but not necessarily made any serious renovations. Said in about 6 months, he should have a better idea how much they will want for the property, since everything's up in the air with the market, and he should have a better idea of where he and his daughter will move to. He should have sold. I'll tell you that much. Just like the other guy said, he should have sold 6 months ago. It's not too late to sell. People are going to get caught holding the bag for another 8 years to try to get what they could have gotten a year ago. Not to say it's actually going to take 8 years to bounce back, but you know.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging.
I'm going to let it breathe for a second, and I am going to double tap this guy. Too good of an opportunity to let pass. I can see within batch, he owns all 3 of these. All right next to each other. Literally 3 next door neighbors.
Hello.
Hey Frank, how's it going? This is Derek.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm not sure if you recall, we had spoke a while back about your place over on Edna Street. Just wanted to round back and seeing if you've given any more thought to possibly selling those places there.
Well, I'm steady. I got a few problems here in Houston, but as soon as I can, I will let you guys know.
Okay, yeah, and that's I just wanted to make sure that I rounded back with you. You had let me know about 6 months. That was maybe 3 months ago or so.
Right.
So is you still thinking that's kind of the same timeline? Maybe beginning of the year.
Well, yeah, I want to start the year off and see what I can do as far as that goes. And I got a daughter that I'm helping out right now. She messed up her knee.
Oh no.
But as soon as I get this done, I'll pay more attention to this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you definitely got to prioritize that. And just to confirm, I'm looking at my notes just to make sure that you're in the same position. The daughter lives next door, correct?
Right, exactly. She's
Right.
got the house next to me, and then I got an empty lot.
That's right.
It's over an acre of land here.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, and you guys were kind of figuring out where you were going to move to next, right? When you did end up selling.
I was thinking of going over there near my other daughter, which is over there at near Austin.
Okay.
Back in that area. Not in Austin itself, but near there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. While I have you, is there anything that I could do, or any way that I could help you in terms of, the real estate needs here?
Well, as soon as I can, I'll give you a call.
Okay.
If I feel that and make it easier for myself and my family, and I like I said, the daughter that lives next door, she wants to stay in Houston.
Okay.
So that's her.
Yeah.
That's all. So
All right.
anyhow, we'll get it together.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you taking the call. I'll be rounding back in a couple months here to check in.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah, bye.
Had to hit him with the double tap. What did he say? She messed up her knee? You got some good contacts into that. Yeah, for sure. Just like a couple relationship builders is all, but definitely something, plant the seed. Daughter next door messed her knee up, so they are focused on her health right now. Seems like he may have some other stuff going on that he didn't fully explain, but his priorities don't lie with the real estate at the current moment. Wants to start the new year off to see where things are at and determine if he is ready to move forward with selling. Daughter next door wants to stay in Houston. Doesn't sound like he wants to, though. he mentioned moving closer to his other daughter near Austin. I'm gonna follow up like second week of January here. I've been having a lot of success with, hey, Frank, this is Derek. How's it going? You know what I mean? Just jumping right into it. Got that from Keith Everett. Got it from the course. I'm going to try to pull that up for you right now, Jared. I just haven't been having that in the back of my head. He, one of his modules, he's adamant about starting off those first 10 seconds of the call in good spirits and not jumping. I may even jump into it a little too quickly, not jumping into the real estate right out of the gate, but at least asking them, how they're doing, how their day's going, something a little bit more personal as opposed to, hey, you still want to sell that? Good. Let's start with calls and follow-ups like that. Yeah, for sure. Just assuming the sale, essentially. Well, not assuming the sale, but assuming that you're talking to the right person. All right, that's everybody for the day here on the follow-up leads. Blew through that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 people in follow-up leads there for you, Jared. Either people who didn't answer or I kind of just left for you. Yeah, that's everybody. Staying on top of all these pretty good. Want to email Citizen by the end of today if I don't hear from them on trying to find a different survey company. That's why they always say, why am I talking like if I know them? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. For the follow-up leads, it's like a much easier, like if here, I think I'll say, gosh, it's so funny. I don't even I've just kind of developed a script in my head. It's just a lot easier when I say, how you doing? And they're like, I'm doing good. You can kind of sense it in their voice, like, who the hell is this? And then I go right into, yeah, I don't know if you recall, you had talked with me. We had talked before, or it looks like you've been talking to my partner about your place over there. Are you still interested in selling? And I get that part from Steven Morales. That's how he leads into the conversation. Looks like you talked with my partner about this property. Were you still interested in selling that? Just cutting straight to the chase, right? And it leaves them no option but to say yes or no, right? If they say no, he will typically, I think Steven Morales will ask, oh, okay, no matter how much we offer you, you're just no longer interested in selling that place. And he'll do that just to kind of gauge whether or not they're saying no to get you off the phone or if they've truly changed their mind, right? And then I may even say like, oh, okay, I'm looking at the notes here. It looks like this, and that's what I've been trying to do as well. If you picked up on that, like they're trying to dismiss me off the phone, but I'm reminding them of the notes that are here in our system, in our CRM. Oh, okay, it looks like your tenants are in place. Yeah, there's tenants there. Oh, okay, they're month to month. Yeah. Oh, okay, so just so that I know, would you be interested after those month to month leases are up? Yeah. When should I call you? A couple days. It's allowing me to turn these really dry conversations into unfold to some degree, at least to the point where I can schedule or at least put him on notice that I will be following up so that it doesn't come. That's what I think a lot of these conversations, what happened today in a lot of these conversations is not necessarily anything other than digging the seed deeper in their minds so that when I call back again, it won't come as much of a surprise, right? Everybody who I connected with today essentially was caught off guard, surprised, didn't really know who I was. And then when I reminded them of what we talked about the last time, tried to set some expectations on when I'm going to follow up next. Hopefully that does enough to when I do follow up with them, especially the ones that I'm following up with within the next month, they get my call and they're like, oh, yeah. I remember you. But that's it for the day. I'm going to go ahead and skedaddle. Got a hold of some good mamma jammas today. Quite honestly, when I call through that many leads as well, I will get some phone calls throughout the day of people returning my calls. So I can expect to probably get another couple of calls today, just return calls. That's where I really want to live. It feels really good, honestly, to be just like hitting these follow ups. I want to live in this space forever. Um, and again, with the return phone calls and stuff like that, like just really embracing the role of an acquisition manager, if you will, just like being on call, taking calls, making calls, running comps, doing the things. So appreciate you guys tapping in here. Anybody who's watched this after the fact as well, I appreciate you. I just saw I have one video that has like 700 views on YouTube. It's by far the best performing video, and um, it's how to skip trace and import a list into and it has like 700 views compared to like the next best performing, which is like 150 or something like that. Like it's definitely caught traction. Just and it opens my eyes to, I guess, where people are at in the process and what people are searching for. There's a lot of people who are just jumping into this game for the first time and looking for that nuts and bolts of like the procedures and how to do things as simple as that. You know, and it makes sense because that was helpful to me when I first started out. I was like, I couldn't find any. That's why I made that video. I was like, I can't find anybody who just like walks through the process. But anyways, I found that interesting and wanted to share that with you guys. Appreciate you if you watched this live or if you tapped in after the fact. Do me a favor, if you did enjoy the content, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good day.